Young one was getting kind of sick of sitting there, so he pulled an axe from out of his Oshkosh Bagosh overalls, and he's killed about 3 members of the family. Now he's calling for Matthew. Watch out, Matt! Young one's got an axe.
Wait, we got a shoe risk. Honey, look. Jennifer's container dependent, just like I am.
Oh, she is, huh?
She's got a container.
Got to contain everything.
I mean, I go into shop going,
Ew! It's spreading. We're all going to be container dependent. No!
Don't worry about it, just until
Sorry,
she
that's
puts you in a
one of these days she's
container.
gonna
I know.
put a big Rubbermaid container to be for you.
You thought that was a bedroom she built.
I love containers. I just have a container fetish.
Goodbye with hangers.
See a house.
I know. The more containers I have, the more in control I am.
I can see you inventing like container houses, container living compartments.
Look how well he's progressed. Only a few years ago he couldn't even sit up, and now he's already wielding a deadly weapon.
Larry, we need a VCR now.
There's Crystal in her tutu.
Camera was being really weird, so it's not.
Do you have to make this up?
No, but I had to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't know what
That was Lisa. Join me at the Baird as we travel inside Stephanie Shaw's ear.
Stockings on the mantle, a wreath on the door, and my merriest Christmas needs just one thing more. Christmas tree, my Christmas tree, lit up like a star. When I see my Christmas tree, can loved ones be far? Christmas tree, I'm certain, wherever I roam, the glow from your branches will light my way home. Ornaments collected from every Christmas night, memories reflected through tinsel and light. Gratefully regather as ever before to rejoice in the season and sing out one
Outstanding. Hey, Heather, that's great. That's the first time I've heard you sing, Heather.
Matthew, just pass that over to Jesus so she can start it.
The cameras are rolling.
Yes, it's rolling.
like all these inner meanings and stuff. That's always kind of bugged me. And,
Modern what?
well, they kind of have the hidden messages and stuff. And,
Subliminal.
yeah, but then I kind of found myself doing it. So each of these little things has a like little meaning.
Little story.
Yeah, but I'm
Each
gonna have
thing
to.
has a story.
The
Yeah.
history of Dustin Baird. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you have the
He's
little
gonna have to
front
write a
one
whole
or
thing
what's his
explaining the picture
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
goes
write a whole
along with the
page
picture. 'Cause it's,
explaining all the stuff. Like, I'll just give one.
You're gonna scan that though, aren't you?
The snowman. What?
I've been sort of waiting for a second book. Maybe that could be your second book.
Maybe.
So
Yeah,
how
to-
did this come to be on your folder?
Well, I was just sitting there in
Boarding class.
probably math class, and I just got to doodling.
Didn't you draw the self-portrait first?
No, I did this. I think
You ought to see the
I did. I'll
details.
pass this around so you guys can see, but I did like
Yeah,
a
pass it
parody
around.
thing, and I did believing is sane. That's that James Christensen saying. And then I just kind of
Tell
little
us
by
some of the
little.
things are. Tell a couple of the things there, because
Yeah,
it's
you
all
showed that to
really
your
fun.
teacher?
Like
Yeah, he liked it a lot. There's the chicken and the octopus, and they're playing
the
cards.
chicken has no head.
Yeah, it's the cooked chicken.
The cooked chicken playing cards with no head.
And when you look at it,
I can maybe play with him.
the octopus is cheating. So that's that. And the snowman over here, who's coming to the party, he's not melting because he's wearing sunscreen. And
What about the shark?
oh yeah, there's the deadly cow shark. He's got udders, and he's got spots.
He's got
It's got spots and.
he's got,
Yep,
So
and he's
she
coming.
said, Gigi wants to know where the females are in that picture.
he's got,
How did he get udders?
He's got
he's got udders.
What she wants to know is how did he get
The
udders?
jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
Well, because James Christensen always does like a floating fish, and I put a lot of fish in here, but I didn't want to do like a flying fish, so I did a flying jellyfish, and then I did
Flying frogs.
Yeah, but there's like a dead fish over here drinking the tea, and then the shark, and then there's my fish Maynard, or one of my Maynards, and he's a fighting fish, so he's like shooting a rocket, and then there's Groucho Marx for comedy and stuff, and oh yeah, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's got little people in his tea, like marshmallows.
Sort of like a nativity scene on your piano.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
And then this last, we're supposed to draw an apple, but make it like really weird. And I guess this must have been
Like a
like
square apple.
all the cartoon influences, because just like right then, people were drawing like apples melting or square apples. I just thought, oh, you know, like in cartoons when people are poor and they wear barrels around them. I thought of the idea of the guy wearing an apple around him. He liked it a lot.
Only,
We
you're
showed
the
it
only
in
one in the
class.
class that thought of that, isn't it? Isn't that right, Dustin?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
A different book? This is gonna read something. I give you a different book if you want a different book.
My tongue's been kind of sticking to it. This is called Bring Home the Tree.
Could you read just a little louder that Pop might hear you?
Yeah. That roll?
Yes.
Plastic. Okay. Soft as feathers, the snowflakes fill. The air was clean and chill as we tramped through the winter woods high upon Cobb's Hill. Is that even rhyme? What kind of a crazy book? Balsam of fat, like balsam or fir. Blue spruce or pine this year, what shall it be? Now each December I remember how he brought home the tree. And there it is.
That was great.
Pretty good, Dustin.
Saint.
You can take me any boy.
Timo was about as wee as a lad could get, and I couldn't do anything, because he's useless as a man with big apples for feet. And so, one day Timmy went out to go play cricket, because you know that's what they did in Scotland. Actually, I think that's what they did in England, but the only foreign sport I could think of. He wanted to play cricket with the other boys. Boys. And they said no to me, you cannot play. He said, why? And I said, because you cannot do anything. You're useless as a man with big apples for feet. And I kicked him out in the snow and I cried. And I cried and all of a sudden a fairy came down. And he said hello to me. I watched you and I saw how the boys kicked you out in the snow because you couldn't play cricket and because you're as useless as a man with big apples for feet. And he said, I'm going to give you one wish. He said, oh, I wish I could play cricket and be useful, excuse me, like the other boys. I said, all right, Timmy. So the fairy granted him his wish and he went out to play cricket and he said, boys, I saw a fairy and he made me useful. And he said, oh, I don't believe you, Timmy. So he goes, just watch. And he went up and he picked up the cricket paddle and he hit that ball. And they said, oh my gosh, or whatever they say in Scotland, look at the ball that Timmy hit. He hit it really far. And they said, all right, Timmy, you can play. In fact, you can be the captain of our cricket team. And so they played all day and all night and all day and all night and into the rest of the day and into the rest of the night. And it became midnight and just as he was about to go up and make that cricket home run, or however you play cricket, all of a sudden, poof, his apples turned into, wait, his feet turned into big apples. And he said, oh no! And he, no wait, he turned into a big pumpkin. Yeah, that's right. And all the kids said, oh, look at what a stupid little boy turned into a pumpkin. It's Timmy's a pumpkin. And they kicked him out in the snow. And he cried and he cried. And old Mr. McFadden was walking down the road and he said, look, it's a pumpkin. We're going to eat tonight. They picked him up and he said, no, Mr. McFadden, it's me, it's Timmy. He said, oh my gosh. Whatever to say. He said, it talks. He said, I'm not a pumpkin, I'm Timmy. I turned into a pumpkin. He said, well, I got to bring something home to the wife, so I took him home to his cottage. And he said, look, wife, I brought you home a pumpkin. And she said, oh, what a nice pumpkin. He said, but I'm not a pumpkin, I'm a boy. She said, Saint preserve us, it speaks. He said, I'm Timmy. And she said, well, we've got to put something into the pot. So she put him in the pot. And just as he was about to be cooked pumpkin, there was the fairy. He said, hello to me. He said, fairy, they're about to cook me. I turned into a pumpkin. I said, I forgot. He said, at midnight, you turn into a pumpkin. He said, but you've got to turn me back. So I said, all right. So he waved his wand and poof, there's a boy again. But he looked down at his feet and his feet were big apples. He said, fairy, look, I've got big apples for feet. He said, change them back. And I said, I can't. He said, why not? And he said, because I'm a fairy, I can't grant 3 wishes, that's a genie. He said, I'm not a leprechaun or any other mystical fabrication. I'm a fairy. I can only grant 2 wishes. And poof, he was gone. And so, slowly, Timmy walked out of the McFadden's home and he didn't know what to do as a boy with big apples for feet. So he decided to make the best of himself, which all of you kids should, the moral of the story. And so he decided to become the first fruit-foot marathon runner. I just made that up. And so he did. He became the first fruit-footed marathon runner. And that, children, is how we get apple juice.
Go for it, Matthew.
Play what feels good, honey. Just don't scare young one.
Actually, you young one. I just don't
He's got to stretch out before he plays.
He's got to get warmed up. That makes you nervous.
He doesn't want to get a muscle cramp.
I just,
Don't break my keys.
I don't move around a lot. I just kind of do the normal,
Crystal?
triple backflip, super aerial while I'm playing.
Baby.
Just that stuff.
We see
The easy
you, we'll
stuff.
duck.
Just the easy stuff.
Okay.
Stand up here, sweetie. There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds leave the very There's a time for everyone if they'd only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and a reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of this star-crossed voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds leave the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds leave the very
All right.
Okay, you may do it now.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Not the word.
Okay, go ahead, do it now, Crystal, where everyone's watching.
We gotta hurry because some people have to go home.
Santa's gonna come soon.
You chubby.
Say it loud enough though so
talk
everybody
loud.
can
We have to
hear
hear
you
you.
this time.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Chubby. My mommy's Chubby, my daddy's Chubby, we're all Chubby. I'm just Dad, if I can go, where should I go? Dad, can I go upstairs? No, please. Please. Yes, the daddy. Zoom, zoom, faster, faster. Zoom, zoom, faster, faster. Zoom, zoom, faster, faster. Zoom, zoom, faster, faster. Whoa, not that fast, Daddy.